Before assembling Conquip base boxes and extension boxes, lay timber bearers on the ground. Attach a certified 4-leg chain sling to the 4 handling points of a base box panel and lower it onto the timber bearers with the flat side facing down. Place fixed struts of equal lengths into the connection points protruding from the panel. Secure using 25mm pins and R-clips. Connect the sling to the 4 handling points of the opposite base box panel, flat face up, and lower into position above the struts. Warning: do not detach the chains until the panel is secured to the strut assemblies. Secure the struts to the panel with the remaining 25mm pins and R-clips. Disconnect the chain sling from the handling points. Connect the 4-leg chain sling to the top lifting points and lift the box to the upright working position. The base box is assembled and ready to move into the trench. To assemble an extension box, follow the same steps. Fix the telescopic clamps to the box section by placing each clamp over the top edge of the box. The pole fitting should be facing up and positioned on the outside edge of the box. Adjust the width of the clamp to suit the box panel width using the pin and hole fixing. Tighten the clamp by twisting the T-shaped screw. The flat plate should sit flush against the panel edge and there should be no movement. Place a pole into the pole fitting on the clamp, ensuring it is fully inserted. Install the other clamps, positioning them between 1 meter to 1.5 meters apart to accommodate the width of the panel. Insert the remaining poles into the fittings on the clamps, ensuring they are fully inserted. Using 2 operatives, place the left-hand edge of one panel over the right-hand edge of another panel, so they overlap. Lower the panels onto the clamps so they sit in the L-shaped brackets. The poles should be weaved through the mesh panel faces to prevent any movement. Install edge protection panels around the perimeter of the whole excavation. If panels are not overlapped during installation, they should be no more than 120mm apart. Excavate an initial length of trench slightly wider than the external box dimensions. Using a suitably rated 4-leg chain sling, lift the base box into the trench using an excavator or suitable lifting apparatus. Ensure the base box is installed vertically. It must not be pushed down into the trench. Allow for at least 950mm projection above the top of the box. Lift the extension box onto the base box. Warning: do not detach the chains until the extension box is secured. Connect the boxes together using 25mm pins and R-clips. Lift the full assembly from the trench, excavate to the full depth, and lift box assembly back into the trench. Suitable Conquip edge protection must be installed if the top of the drag box protrudes less than 1 meter from ground level. Lower the pipe into the drag box with the aid of a banksman, ensuring all personnel are clear of the operation. As work progresses, the operator digs ahead of the box. For strut assemblies up to 1180mm in length, hook the excavator bucket around the top strut and gently lift and drag the box. For struts longer than 1180mm, or if the sides of the excavation have slumped against the side panels, drag by attaching a suitably rated 4-leg chain to the base box lifting points. Backfill onto the pipes at the rear of the drag box. Lower the next pipe into the drag box. Our excavator mechanical pipe lifter allows for accurate pipe placement. Our excavator compaction wheel can be used to compact the surface after the drag box has moved. Once all pipes have been laid and backfilled, the drag box can be removed. Attach a suitably rated single leg chain to one of the top lifting points of the extension box, then slowly lift to loosen the ground. Repeat this process for the other top lifting points until the drag box is ready to extract and detach single leg chain. Attach a suitably rated 4-leg chain to the top lifting points of the extension box. Lift until the top of the extension box is 1 meter above ground level. remove the edge protection panels and backfill between the panels of drag box. Reattach the 4-leg chain sling and remove the entire box assembly. Remove the R-clips and the pins to disconnect the extension box from the base box. Attach a suitably rated 4-leg chain sling to the top lifting points of the extension box. Lift the extension box onto timber bearers. To prevent wind loading, lower the extension box onto its side. Attach a suitably rated 4-leg chain sling to the top lifting points of the base box. Lift the base box and place it on timber bearers. Lower it onto its side to prevent wind loading. Backfill the excavation as soon as possible after the box is removed. To compact the surface area, use our excavator compaction wheel for optimum results. Once the surface area has been sufficiently compacted, remove all equipment from the area.